joining me again on my channel. Today I'm going to help you budget conscious mommies out there with a couple of tips on how you can have a successful shopping trip while having your child or multiple children with you. So I have a couple of tips written down here in my notes, and I'm going to be reading them off to you in hopes that it can help you if you have to go on a shopping trip, or most likely when you have to go on a shopping trip with your little ones. So first thing is, you have to determine what your budget is. Obviously, you need to know the exact number that you can afford before you enter into the store. So obviously you want to know what that number is so you can keep it in the back of your mind every time you get those little urges to go off which goes into my next tip, which is you should take inventory of everything in your home and make a list of the things that you need. So whether you're going clothing shopping, food shopping, you should always know what exactly it is that you're missing so you can go ahead and replenish those items and those items alone, and then that will always help you stay on your budget. Okay, third tip that I would have for you mommies that are traveling with children, multiple children, is you should plan a route of only the stores that is going to help you accomplish your list. So if it is not on your list, you should not be going to those stores, because it's just going to make you have impulse buying, and it's not going to be a good look for the pocketbook, trust me. And the next thing is, once you decide what stores you're going to check out, you should go onto the store's website and you should verify if, in fact, they may have it online, what the price may be, and try to compare. So if you can get it cheaper online, do so, because when you go into the store, if it's more, you could just pass on it and then order it later online. Okay, you can also try adding things to your cart. I do this a lot. I will go on the website, I will add things into my cart, and then I can have a good estimate of what my budget should be. Sometimes when you go in the store, you might be pleasantly surprised to know that those things were actually on sale. So you can try that out too if you have time to do so before you go into the store. Now, the sixth tip on my list that I have here is also take a look at the layout of the store. If it's a brand new store that you've never been into, that can help you so you don't backtrack, is what I say, when you go into the store. So when you go into the store, if you're looking for shirts, you're not all the way in pants and then you have to go back, because again, impulse buying when you're all over the place is so real. So you want to just continue to have planned ahead as much as you possibly can to prevent that from happening. Okay, tip number seven for a successful shopping trip is, when you are traveling with children, you always have to think ahead. So what I would do when I'm traveling with my children is I always pack a kit. So in this case, it's going to be called a successful shopping kit. For that, you would just include a healthy snack. Let's see, some books. I always carry some books that they can read in the car, just something that they can keep themselves busy with, activity books. I also love coloring books, but we always, we know that coloring books require crayons and crayons all over and writing on the car and all that. So another thing that I would suggest in place of a coloring book is just have a coloring book for the car, and for that they have something called Magic Marker coloring books, and that's just one marker. It's completely clear, but the coloring book itself, I'm sure you guys know, mommies out there know, the coloring book itself turns into multiple colors. So that'd be pretty cool, and children love that kind of stuff. You can also bring along their favorite toys for them to play with in the vehicle. I don't recommend bringing favorite toys into stores or anything like that, because children get distracted as well. They can drop it, and then you'll have a whole night of horror of them crying of their favorite missing toy now. But they're perfectly fine to keep in the car. And of course, you can plug in and do whatever it is that fits best for your children as well. So my eighth tip would also be to be mindful of the time frame that it would take to get everything. So I would recommend probably planning a shorter trip to the store instead of one long drawn out trip that takes, where you have to go to multiple stores, you have to get a ton of stuff, because that's in and out. Children get you know, they lose focus, and then that could possibly prevent them from acting out if you just take time to schedule shorter trips, shorter meaningful trips where you're getting everything that you need, but you're getting out as fast as possible. Okay, so tip number 9 that I would offer you guys is to take advantage of online shopping. Online shopping and or store pickup shopping is all the rage right now. I mean, people have been doing it for years. I think that is like the easiest thing that parents can do, especially if you don't have the help of your spouse, or if you're a single parent. You can just go right online, order everything that you need, including groceries, and you can just pick it up at the store or have it shipped right to your front door. I know places like Walmart is big for like shipping, having your groceries ready. You could just go right up to the front and get whatever it is that you need. So that will save a lot of time and a little bit of aggravation, especially if you might need a little bit more than, you know, normal. That could save for the children. And also the store pickup shopping, I do that a lot, where I order everything online, but then I pick it up in the store. So try to take advantage and utilize those services if you have to save you time and to save you frustration, or the kids from being frustrated with sitting so long and getting in and out of the car and stuff like that. And now finally we get to tip number 10, and tip number 10 is just to enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Even though it's like one of our things to do on our chore list, it's spending time with your children. And everything that you do with your children is building memories. So you want to make sure that you take the time to just understand, you know what, it's not that serious. We're going out, we're gonna be together, and I'm gonna make this as memorable and as happy as possible. And trust and believe, if you try to utilize some of the tips at least, you will be able to lessen the frustration if that is the case. Or you can lessen the chance that your children may get a little antsy and want to, and then eventually start hating shopping. So yeah, take your time, let them know, sing songs, bring the things that they enjoy having, let them be included. I let my children even make a list for me, pick out some items, do some calculations for math. You can do all kind of fun, interesting things to let them in on it. And as long as they feel a part, if they're older children anyway, as long as they feel a part, they'll appreciate it a lot more. So hopefully somebody found these tips in some way helpful. Do whatever it is that you can to make your life as easy as possible, okay? So thank you so much for your attention for this little while. Enjoy your day, and as always, peace, love, and prosperity.